Initials are RR.
Yes, sir.
Are you practicing physician and surgeon at Scottsboro, Alabama?
Yes.
How long have you been practicing medicine and surgery there?
Since 1914.
Of what medical institute are you a graduate?
Vanderbilt.
Do you know this lady, Victoria Price?
Yes, sir.
Do you recall the day, March 1931? It was said some Negroes were taken off a train at Paint Rock and accused of raping Victoria Price.
Yes, sir.
Did you see Victoria Price that day?
Yes, sir.
Where did you see her the first time?
At the jail.
At Scottsboro?
Yes, sir.
Did you make an examination of her person at that time?
At my office.
Do you recall what time of the day that examination was made?
It was in the late afternoon, around 4 o'clock, best I remember.
Just to state the jury, doctor, what her general condition was, whether there were any bruises or wounds or lacerations on her body?
Well, she came over to the office in overalls, and we had those removed. And we found some scratches on the back of her wrists.
Back of the wrist?
Left wrist. Yes, sir. Small scratches. And she had some blue places in the small of the back.
About where?
Between the shoulders, and other plates about the same size, a blue place, and we put them on the table, and an examination there showed no lacerations.
You are speaking of Victoria Price.
Yes, sir.
There are no lacerations?
No, sir. No lacerations. And the vaginal examination showed the male element microscopically, and we saw the fluid with the eye. The fluid is the spermatozoa is carried in.
From where did you obtain the fluid?
Take a wild guess.
Well, I don't know.
From the vagina.
From Victoria Price?
Yes, sir. We made a smear and transferred it to covered glasses and examined it with the microscope. The spermatozoa is microscopic.
What is the spermatozoa?
It is commonly called the male germ.
Did you find many germs?
Yes, sir. Lots of them.
From your examination of the genital organs of the woman Victoria Price made on the occasion, would you say that she had recent sexual intercourse?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell about how long before from your examination?
No, sir. I couldn't tell in the time of hours or minutes. I couldn't say.
The spermatozoa you examined under the microscope, were they alive or were they dead?
They were non-motile.
Does that necessarily mean that they were dead?
Well, as a rule, yes.
They were non-motile. When you observed them under the microscope,
Yes, sir.
you say there were no lacerations or torn places?
Well, there was a slight congestion of the vagina, but as a tear, there wasn't any.
Slight congestion of the vagina.
Yes, sir.
You say there were no lacerations.
No tear, but a congestion of the vagina.
Explain to me, what is your meaning of congestion?
The mucosa of the vagina was redder than normal. The tissues are like those of your mouth, the same type, and the mucosa or tissue, as you call it, was redder than normal.
Oh, okay. I would also like to ask you, based upon your examination, the condition of the vagina was in as you found it, whether or not it was evidence of recent sexual intercourse. Of course, there's no question about him being a physician. Can you tell by the examination of the condition of the mucosa of the vagina anything about the recentness of the intercourse?
I couldn't swear to it other than it was congested.
You know it was congested?
Yes, sir.
Just to state the jury, doctor, what her general condition was, whether there were any bruises or wounds or lacerations on her body?
Well, she came over to the office in overalls, and we had those removed, and we found some scratches on.
Explain what you mean by congestion. We object. The doctor said he couldn't say how.
Low down in the soft part, right about the top of the hops. 3 or 4 bruises that ranged, about like a joint of your thumb. Small as a pecan, and then on the shoulders. How do you say pecan?
Pecan, not pecan.